Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see I have a two-pager happening here. These are from New Mexico, these photos from Santa Fe. We went to the cathedral and it's stunning inside, so I wanted to have a full 6x8 photo, so I have that here. I will definitely do something on it, probably up here by the ceiling. Could do it down here, I suppose, too, so it depends on what I find, but I'm thinking up here. I need to find a 3x8 card for this slot. I do have plenty of those, so I'm confident I've got something in a color that would match. I am thinking blue, just because look at this window here. We've got a nice blue happening here and in these windows. It seemed like a no-brainer that it has to be something blue. Now, whether that's like a full blue background or just a card that has some blue on it, I don't know. We'll see what I find once I go into my stack of 3x8 cards. And then over here, I've left this one in the pocket because I don't think I'm going to do anything with it. It's quite busy. There's not a whole lot of room there. Maybe here, but not a lot. Here, there's much more room on the side. So if I did something, I would probably do it there. But again, I'll have to see, like, what card do I find? What embellishments do I want? And I'm not exactly sure where to start. I'm thinking maybe with the 3x8 pocket cards. And I could also make my own, obviously, if I didn't, by some weird chance. If I didn't find anything that I liked, I could make my own. I have lots of scraps that are actually 2 inches across and 3 inches, because of just the way I cut my papers. So it would not be a problem for me to make my own. I would just rather find a card that's ready to go. I have found a card I think I want to use. It's very bold. This isn't quite what I expected, but 2 tones of blue and they both match. I mean, I feel like I have to do it, right? And it does leave me room where if I wanted to embellish, I could. I could stamp, I could write on there, I could do ink splattering, whatever. I think if anything, I might do like stamping across here, stamp a phrase or something, but I don't know that I really want to mess with adding stickers or anything anywhere else. Now, I would consider doing ink splattering in like a brown tone because of this. I think that would be okay as long as it wasn't like too much splattering. Less is more, certainly in this case, but I am going to use this. So then I just have to figure out, do I want to stamp something over it or not? I'll have to pull out maybe some of my stamps that have smaller phrases and then I'll see. I think I'm going to use this stamp set, and hopefully you'll be able to see it here. This one, it's kind of hard to read actually there. It's better like that, I think. So it says, as amazing as expected. I like that one. It is a double line though, whereas this next one says still in awe. I like that too. However, I've used that in multiple albums. I know I have. And I'm not saying I can't reuse these. Obviously I do. That's the whole point in stamps, right? You can use them as many times as you want. But I think this one maybe is the way to go, and just kind of do it like that. So that there's a nice little gap between this and where I'm going to stamp. You can still see the blue. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. And voila, my stamping came out perfect. So I love it. And when I'm looking at this, I do think it needs the brown. Like, I like that there's a white space, but it's very, very stark white. Like the eye, I think, is drawn to that rather than to the rest of this. So I do think I need to offset that a little bit with some spray ink. Let me just grab it. I'm going to use that one. Light Rosewood. I've had this forever. It's one of my go-to ones when I need a neutral, and then specifically if I need a brown tone, because the way it comes out just looks so nice. And then because it's metallic, there's a little bit of a shimmer there, and I love that. So I've got this in my box, and I'm just going to take this scrap piece and cover that. I just don't want any ink over that phrase, I think. I don't mind if, some gets up here. I just don't want my stamping to be affected. I want that to be clearly seen. Oh, did I not get enough on there? I'm so used to having to tap off so much. There we go. This one's being stubborn today. It does not want to go where I want it to go. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's even more than I thought, but since I was having trouble there, it's fine. I got enough. They're very, very small spots, most of them, but I got enough on the bottom. And then, again, there's more here than I even wanted, but it's fine. And then let's remove this to see how that looks. You know what? I like it. There's just enough, and then your eye really is drawn to this, both the white sentiment and the black, so that's all good. All right, there we have it with everything else. I can see what it looks like, and I love it, so that's good. I'm not planning to do anything else with it unless something inspires me as I do the rest of this. I think my next thing is to work on something for up here. And now I don't want blue because I have a lot of blue happening here. So when I look at this photo, if I want to pull out colors from here, I have kind of like a pinky red, a little bit. Obviously different tones of yellow and gold here. A little bit of turquoise. That's still in the blue family though, so I don't think I want to do that. A little bit of teal, which is more green, but even so, looking at it, I really think like either this pinky red, or maybe the yellow is the way to go. Well, sadly, I did not find anything in my pink ephemera that I felt really was a good match. So now I'm going to look through here because I have lots of different shades of yellow and gold in here. So you would think there would be something. All right, I pulled out a bunch of my yellow ephemera, and I had thought about doing this one that says tourist mode on, but then I looked over and I had these on my desk, these stickers. I used them for a recent layout and they were still sitting there, and I saw this. I like this better. The color I think is closer to what's in here because it's almost like a mustard yellow. So I think I'm going to use that. I can't decide if I want to like hang it off the edge a little bit and clip it off. There's not a ton of room there, so it'd be very tight to do that, or if I should just put it up here in the corner and then like maybe I could overlap a little heart since it says love this, or an asterisk or something, but I definitely want to use that sticker. I've added the sticker and I like the way that looks, but I definitely want to overlap a heart of some type, and I think I want to go for this kind of pinky color. So I've grabbed out my bag of miscellaneous little hearts I have. If there's nothing in here, I do have puffy stickers, but I am trying to keep this relatively flat, so I'd rather have something that's just paper if I can get it. I have found a heart that I want to use. It's a little bit brighter than what I thought I was going to do. It's a very, very bright pink, but actually it is, you know, pretty close to that color. It's not that far off. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of overlap it to the side like that, and then in addition to that, I think I want to find something in this color, as close as I can get anyway, to put down here, because it definitely feels a little empty. And actually, yeah, down here would work because then these would be diagonal from each other, which is good. It draws the eye across. That's good. All right, so I will attach that, and I'm on the hunt for a phrase for over here. In all of my yellow phrases, I have only found one that was a phrase that I liked and was a color that I liked. So it's going to be this one, and it just says, never forget. It's pretty close to this. They're not exact. This is definitely more, there's more of a brown tone in there, but up against this photo, it's actually very close to this color right there. So I'll take it. And there are brown tones everywhere in here, so that's okay. So I think I'm going to just hang it over the left-hand side. I don't want to cover up too much here because it's so pretty. But it will be something like that. And then I think that's it, because these pictures are busy, they're beautiful. I don't want to overwhelm them. So this should be enough. All right, there we have it. Everything is put together and in the pockets. So there's my left side, here's the right side, and I am very happy with that. So here's another one done for New Mexico. Thanks for watching.